My name is Dimeji Daniels, and this is welcoming you to this week's edition of Conversation with FM. My guest on the program this afternoon is a central aspirant on the platform of All Progressives Congress, that is the APC. He's a known name. His name is Chief Alex Ajipe. He's he graduated from Federal University of Technology, Akure, and also attended Cologne School of Business. Chief Alex Ajipe, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Now, you want to go to the Senate on the platform of the APC. Well, many will say that you're from a war, local government. The governor is from a war. In Ondo North, you have the Akoko part of it, you have the Owose part of it. So, you are from where the governor is from. The incumbent senator representing that central district is from Akoko. So, why are you coming out? Shouldn't you allow Akoko to continue since Akredolu is from a war, same local government as you?
Well, thank you very much, Dimeji. Sincerely speaking, I want to say that I'm surprised that the issue of where the governor comes from and where the senator comes from has become an issue, a sentiment lately, which I believe that ordinarily it shouldn't.
You must have heard that.
I've heard that, and that's why I said I'm surprised. I'm surprised because that is not the problem of the people right now. Discussing sentiment at this point in time is insensitive to the problem that our people are facing. And sincerely speaking, I've heard it. I wouldn't have wanted to comment on this until recently when I begin to see people, discussing it on the social media, in the public domain. And of course, I've not seen it. I've not seen any other party discussing this, only in the APC. Because I believe that there are tremendous problem that is facing our people now. Discussing things that is less concerned to them is insensitive. Our people don't have a good road yet. They don't have the infrastructure that you have. They don't have employment. Their children are dropping out of school. They don't have federal presence in the senatorial district. I think this is a sensitive issue we should be talking about, rather than concentrating on issues that have no precedence. The issue that have no effects, as far as I'm concerned, on what people are facing. Then, of course, if we need to mention this, we are talking about the governor. The governor is the governor of Ondo State. Determined from a war. Yeah, determined by the 18 local governments. That's the truth of the matter. There's no senatorial district, as far as Ondo State is concerned, that can produce a governor on his own. There's no 6 local governments anywhere in Ondo State that can produce a governor. Of course, every other zone, the central zone, the southern zone, must combine together to be able to produce. And if you could remember that this governor, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, won overwhelmingly in 15 local governments. 6 local governments couldn't have achieved, to elect him. So, we are talking about a senator that is being determined by 6 local governments. And in terms of this northern senatorial district, it's 2 zones. We have Owo zone and Akoko zone. So as far as I can remember, not too far ago, we know that we have gotten about 3 senators from from Owo zone, which comprises of Owo and Ose, and we have gotten Akoko 2 serving the 3rd term as well. So if you want to discuss that at all, if we should discuss that at all, then we'll see that, of course, it has always been shifting from one zone to the other without putting into consideration where the governor comes from. So I don't know where that one is coming from. And I still maintain that it's very insensitive at this time. Whipping on sentiment where anybody comes from. But we should discuss about what is facing our people. How do we provide water? How do we make federal presence available to everybody? How do we stop our children that are dropping out of university? How do we give employment? Human capital development. How do we concentrate on this? How do we complement the infrastructural development that the governor is providing to the senatorial district? So if we are not discussing this and we are discussing where anybody is coming from, and when you look at the Federal Constitution of Nigeria, it has not given any kind of limitation to who should be voted for and who can vote. And if we are looking at that, we have not, there's the party constitution of APC, and which every one of us belongs to, did not give any demarcation, did not delineate anybody to be voted for or to whom you can vote. These are a sensitive issue. Dimeji, we must concentrate on what affects our people. I maintain that.
If you talk to an Akoko person, especially those who are pushing this argument, you don't think that it would be unfair to them for the governor and the senator representing the Central District to come from the same town?
Dimeji, I have not, with due respect, I've not seen the people who are pushing this, sincerely speaking, because I'm more concentrating on what matters. If you say people are pushing this, we have only 23 wards in Ondo. Only Akoko Southwest has 15 wards. So I don't think anybody from Akoko should bother himself about this. If Akoko did not support anybody from Owo, you cannot become a senator. That is the truth of the matter. So it should not bother them. It should bother somebody that is from Owo. So it should not bother anybody from Akoko. Akoko has over 40, I think about 42 or thereabout wards out of 72. So why is anybody in Akoko bothering about who contests from Owo?
Okay, let's look at it this way. One of the arguments that I know that political parties and politicians have pushed, which is another thing that I think is tenable. When you have a ranking senator, he has more opportunity to become a principal officer in the National Assembly. Now you have the incumbent, that is Borofis, who is there now, who is one of the principal officers of the Senate. Now you're just coming up. Many people will see you as a rookie, and that if you go there, you will just be seen down, because you will not be a ranking senator. What about that?
What I'm bringing to the table is my antecedent and capacity. Where we are. Dimeji, I brought in over $350 million of investment into Ondo State that I facilitated. Over 3,000 people are working at Ondo Linyi. This is what I'm bringing to the table. I have empowered youth more than any of the contestants. Yes, I dare say it. I have contributed economically to this state and to that senatorial district. There's no local government in Ondo State that I don't have. Over 20 staff. So I've been working here. I know this place.
Staff of your company?
Staff of my company from Click on Net Networks. I will mention name. I will mention phone numbers. You can go and confirm. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
20 per local government?
Yes, there's no local government. We have some local governments that I have over 50. So these are what I'm bringing to the table. So when you're talking about ranking, I don't understand. Look at what is happening. We have a lot of people who are in the National Assembly for the first time that are doing well. So the truth of the matter is that these people, are they getting what they voted for? That is what we should ask ourselves. And these are the electorate that is going to decide. If they are getting what they voted for, then they will have no reason to change. But I believe that because it affects me. Dimeji, let me say this to you.
Okay.
I am from Ondo State. I am born and bred in Ondo State. Primary school, Apostolic Primary School in Murele. Community Grammar School in Murele. Federal University of Technology, Akure. I've always been here. Click on Net Networks is in Ondo State. So I pay my taxes here. I know what happens to. I go to the same stream with people. We go to the same clinic. My children school in Ondo State. So my parents are staying in that. Yes, my children are here. I'm born and bred in Ondo State. My parents, they are still in that senatorial district. So I know what is happening. It's like we are part of them. So if God have given us the wherewithal and opportunity to be able to present ourselves, we believe that we can do better.
Campaign has not started, but let me ask you this. Another thing that I've asked, talking about what you brought to Ondo State, you just mentioned $350 in terms of investment.
$350 million.
$350 million
yes.
in terms of investment.
Yes.
I've had argument that many of these,
please bring it up.
Yeah, many of these projects are not in Ondo North, and you're from Ondo North.
Yes.
That you served other central districts. We're talking about the Ondo Industrial Park in Ore, and other things in other central districts. That why have you not been fair to Ondo North, the central district that you want to represent now?
Okay, let me give you a scenario. I want you to know that I want to appreciate the governor of Ondo State that has given us an opportunity to facilitate, because he bought into the idea and we were able to bring all this thing up. Why? Because of his political will. And because this is what he wants, to use the private sector to be able to empower and develop the state. And let me tell you one thing. When we went to China, we have a letter of intent from an investor, CUCC, that want to develop Okeluse cement factory. They signed with us, just like the assembly plan signed with us, and they came. So when they came, we took them to Okeluse. They took a sample of the limestone in Okeluse. When they were about to take that sample, they told us that if they could be able to have 43% purity of limestone there, then they will be up and running. But fortunately for us, we have 93% purity of limestone in Okeluse. So the letter of intent says that they can bring 1,000 tons of cement daily. So what happened? They went to the Federal Ministry of Mines to be able to get a license. But imagine, I know this is a public radio, so I want to guide my words here. But the truth of the matter is that there are cabal about cement. But the truth of the matter is that a senator will be able to go into that federal parastatal and ensure that this investor have the license to be able to do this. But they are not able to start
and
today.
You're saying because did not help out at all.
I don't want to mention names.
Now,
I don't want to mention names. But I'm saying today that cement factory has not happened because we don't have anybody to weigh their influence at the federal level. So there are a lot of things that we are lacking because somebody is not doing his job. So I don't want to say, because we have leaders, we have fathers who have tried their best as far as the party is concerned. So we are not saying that they have not tried, but we are saying that yes, we believe we can do better because we can identify opportunity and we know what our people love.
You are trying to campaign again. Let me ask you this. Campaign has not started. Now, going on with somebody of a politician of his stature in the APC primaries, do you think you will fare well?
Well, I don't want to discuss anybody, but the thing is that I've gone around 72 wards. I've gone around, and I know that I have enough like minds that can make me win this election. So I don't want to discuss anybody. The primaries, yes, because it's people that is going to vote. Nobody is taking ticket from anybody. Nobody is going to take any ticket from anywhere. We'll put to consideration, and we are not going to compromise what the electoral act says and what the party constitution says as regards primary. So we are not going to, I'm not discussing anybody, but I've gone through the 72 wards. I have enough like minds that can win me the primary, and I can assure you, by God's grace, we'll win.
Okay, if you're just tuning into Adaba FM, you're listening to Conversation with Adaba FM, and I have in the studio a senatorial aspirant on the platform of the APC. He wants to become the senator representing Ondo North. Is Chief Alex Ajipe. Now, why should APC members in Ondo North who will be voting in the primaries, why should they trust you with their vote?
I'm the most qualified.
How so?
Yes, I'm the most qualified.
How so?
When I'm talking about consistency in the progressive vote, I am the only one among the people we have seen now that has consistently been in the same party because we believe in the ideology. We don't run around. I want to tell you that I'm the only.
Just is running around.
But he came to meet me from Labour Party. I'm not saying he run around. But he came to meet me, when this party, when he came from Labour Party. You understand? Okay. So I'll probably be the only contestant today that has AD membership card, ACD membership card, AC membership card, ACM membership card, and APC membership card will be consistent. That is, when I'm talking about the ideology, sticking to the progressive ideology. That is one, consistency. Two, economic contribution. I stand to be corrected. I started Click on Net Networks in 2006 with 4 staff here in Ondo State people in Akure here. At the moment I'm talking to you, I have over 70 staff inside my own office, apart from the field officer that I've mentioned earlier. I both to say, if there's any of the contestants that has 30 in Ondo State, not anywhere, that believe in the local content of Ondo State. So that is economic contribution. I pay my tax as at when due, not when you want to contest election. So, and that is what I'll be contributing. Then when you're talking about empowerment, I can continue to name, by the grace of Almighty God, the people who are nobody.
I was about asking you antecedent, but we'll get to that.
Yes, so I've empowered the youth of Ondo State more than any one of them. And when you're talking about
this
contribution
programs you talk about,
yes,
what are they?
I have done skill acquisition for over 100 people. A skill acquisition. I have paid a lot of people are under my scholarship and bursary in our institution of Ondo State. We have done community works. We have dig boreholes and all that, even on our private capacity. My community social responsibility is without equal because my company is here. Yes. So these are the things that I say: economic contribution, progressive consistency, economic contribution, empowerment to the youth, then the party empowerment. I don't know how many people have done this, but in 2020, I don't know if you are aware that I single-handedly in one day distributed over 32 vehicles, and I didn't collect it back.
Through the Ibigiga
yeah, through the Ibigiga ambassadors. So I don't know how many people that have contributed to the party more than I do.
With your own money?
With my own money. With my own money.
Are you aware that people who say that Ajipe spends on the state money?
Well, people can say.
Have you heard that?
People can say.
In fact, I've heard that. That is that you intend to fund your senatorial ambition.
Oh, well, people can say whatever they want to say. They said Jesus Christ was a thief, and they said, "Give us the thief and hang Jesus." So if you want to do anything, don't be distracted by everything, every stone that anybody cast on you. We have put our hand on the plow. We are not going to look back. Our people deserve they deserve the best.
But you have not addressed that. Is it true that you made money through the state, and that's how you intend to fund
Dimeji Bankole, I'm a consultant.
Daniels, that you intend to fund
Dimeji Daniel, sorry. I am a consultant.
Because another thing that I've heard, before you answer that question, let me quickly say, let me add this. Another thing that I've heard is that you and the governor are no longer chuming, and that funds are running out, and that it may be difficult for you to fund this ambition.
Well, I don't believe in money. I don't believe in money sharing. I believe in antecedents, and I believe that the people knows what they are looking for. So I'm not going to boast about money as regards this election. I'm going to boast on it that I'm going to present myself as a viable alternative to what they used to have. So I just want to tell you, Dimeji Daniel, I am a chartered management consultant. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants. I'm a consultant to Kwara State. I'm a consultant to Nasarawa State. I'm a consultant to Kano State. I don't want to expose my partners in every part of the world. Click on It is smaller than what we have in Sweden, in Denmark, in China. So if people say that this thing, let them come with proof. People will always say something. So I don't care about that. But if you have anything against me, please bring it out. Bring it out. So when you say, how do I have this thing? I won't bank on money, but I'll bank on the alternative. I'm a viable alternative. And I know that people knows what they want.
Is it true that there's a falling out between you and Akedo?
I don't know. People will always come with rumor. I want to say this, that God Almighty has really helped me, and He has helped me also through everybody that I've met in life. And Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, remain my benefactor forever. Forever. So I won't deny him, and there's no, how can I?
Is he backing you on this?
Well, he's a leader of the party, and nobody can say he has the backing of Mr. Governor. I want to believe that he's very, he's very, very fair, and he will be neutral as far as this election is concerned.
Now, talking about Akoko North, Ondo North generally, that you want to represent, what do you think are the challenges facing the people in that area, in the Central District?
Yes.
And how do you think those can be addressed?
Yes. Basically, we will look at it that the governor, by the grace of Almighty God, is trying through infrastructural development. Though I believe that...
But the roads are bad.
Yes. If you look at the roads that are bad, you find out that most of them are federal roads. Even the governor, in his own wisdom...
Like by Ondo State people.
You said like by Ondo State people, but
can
Ondo State... Okay, why do we have the federal? It's our money. Most of the money you also make in Ondo State goes to the federal. You are aware of that. That just some percentage come back to the state. Despite that the money are made from here. So it means that everybody must look after his responsibility. Then who is looking after our own to ensure that what is meant for Ondo State people comes? Do you know that over trillions has been expended on federal roads in Nigeria? None has come to that senatorial district.
Ondo North.
Ondo North. So somebody must be there to ensure that what is meant for Ondo State come to Ondo State. So like what I was saying, what I'm saying is that the governor has tried so well within the ambit and limit of his resources to be able to do infrastructural development in that zone. So what we are lacking today, is human capital development. Our people need industries. So you don't need government to give you industries. You need influence. You need to lobby. You need investors. And this is what we are known for. So that our people can be employed. When they are employed, you have community social responsibility. You have more tasks from all these companies that are coming in. Then a lot of people will be able to go to work. They will be able to earn money. They will find work for idle hands. So once you have human capital development, how many people can Ondo State employ? But is federal government not employing? How many of them is coming to that constituency? So these are the things that we have right to them. And that's why you have the federal character. So how many of them are coming? So we have to ensure this. So I know that human capital development has to be monitored.